So wait, hang on. Should we start with like name?
Yeah,
and
sure.
age?
If you want.
Sure.
Whatever. You guys are gonna like edit this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know
yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
So glad I got you.
So just let me know when we're rolling.
Yeah, we already
and then
are.
you can just say like your name and age.
My name is Kasey. I'm 24, and I am a female-to-male transsexual.
Okay. So, Kasey, how did you first come out to your parents and your friends?
It was easier to come out to my friends because most of my friends are in Pride at the school I go to, and Pride is the LGBT student organization. So they all pretty much know what it is, and they're not really fazed by it. My family, apparently I tend to leave clues, like giant clues, when I don't mean to. So they were finding like books all over the place, and, like movies, stuff like that. So that's kind of how they found out, and they approached me, and they're like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Hey, guess what?" So, and actually, they're getting a lot better about it. Last night, my mom really made an effort to call me Kasey and use the male pronouns, and I was just thrilled.
So what age did you first start to notice you were different?
Soon, really, as long as I can remember, when my brother and I used to play, I would always be the guy. Whenever we played board games or something, I would always be the male character. Whenever I would draw pictures, I would only draw guys. Let's see, what else? If I was playing house on the playground with the other elementary school kids, I would do anything to not be the mother or the sister or the daughter. I would rather be the dog, you know? So, yeah, it's pretty much been all my life.
So when did you start to dress and act more towards that?
Actually, not really until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Because I was kind of caught up in if you're a lady, you have to act like one, and I tried it, and it really just didn't fit, and this is just so much more comfortable for me.
So in public, do you ever feel discriminated against or anything? Get looks?
I get looks because people can't really tell with me sometimes, because I think I look kind of androgynous, which means that I can either go for, I can either be a guy or a girl, so, yeah, I do get looks, and it doesn't really faze me. I'm just if you don't like it, then screw you, that's your problem.
So when you were out in public, have you ever been threatened or
No.
harmed anyway? Never?
Nope. Thank God, no.
That's good. Do you get offended if you're out in public and someone calls you she or
Yes.
her? You do?
I do.
Do you correct them ever?
I have been, more recently. It's kind of like a self-confidence issue, too. I know who I am, but, I don't want to upset other people. So, I kind of want to tell them, no, you're wrong, but, I don't want to not be true to myself either. So, lately I've been no, he, and him,
Yeah.
So
are you out to everyone, pretty much?
Pretty much. Although I do still kind of live a double life. I just got out of work at one of my jobs. I have 2 jobs. And at the job I just got out of, my name is Kate, and I'm a girl, which really sucks because I cringe whenever, they're like, "Oh, thank you, ma'am," or, "Kate, can you get this?" And I just want to smack someone. My other job, I'm Kasey. I'm a guy. They know that I'm transgendered, and they're fine with it. And really, it's just I'm so lucky to have that job. Honestly, everyone's so great. And the other place where still female is at my synagogue, but that's because they've seen me grow up, and if I suddenly change on them, they'll freak out. So.
So when you're out in public, which bathroom do you use?
I don't.
You don't at all?
If there is a single stall, non-gendered restroom, I'll use that. But honestly, if I have no choice, and I like really have to go to the bathroom, I will stand in between the bathrooms for like 5 minutes having a panic attack, which one to go into, and then I'll just, try and right now pick the one that I think less people are in. So that's kind of how I do that. But generally, I avoid public bathrooms.
Have you ever gotten funny looks for going in one or the other?
In women's bathrooms, they kind of like stare at me like, "What are you doing?" And I just don't pay attention to them really. It's like I'm doing the same thing that you're doing, so leave me alone.
So what about clothes shopping?
I have not bought any kind of girls' clothes since I was like 18. I always shop in the guys section. Actually, boys' clothes fit me better because I'm small and they're cheaper, so it really works out.
Alright, so do you have a significant other right
I do.
now? You
I
do?
have a girlfriend.
Oh.
She's amazing. And she knows that I'm transgendered. And she's actually dated trans people before. So, she knows what she's in for, I guess you could say. And that's working out really, really well, and I'm very happy.
But how did you first come out to her?
We were talking online. She was actually studying abroad in India, and I was here in Connecticut. And I was like, so, I'm transgendered. Do you have a problem with that? She goes, no. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So I figure, it's best to come out really, really early on in the relationship as opposed to like hide it and then, have this giant blow up, and that's just not healthy. And it's no fun either, so.
So are you pre-operation or post-op right
I'm
now?
pre-op because I'm poor.
But once you get the money, are you gonna get the operation?
Yeah, probably once I graduate from college too, I should probably focus on doing that too, so.
So what do you think that other people are thinking when they see you? How do they stereotype you?
Sometimes I don't even think they know. They just might be like, who or what is that? I think they're just mostly questioning rather than forming prejudice thoughts in their heads or, any kind of bias. But I think if they actually knew that I was, like transgendered, that they might, treat me differently. So, yeah.
And where do you feel the most comfortable expressing yourself, being yourself?
At school, at Pride, at my second job, which is much cooler than the one that I just got out of, with my friends, by myself.
What about the least comfortable place?
First job. Really like anywhere that I feel like I could be stigmatized or stereotyped. Even like at my synagogue, like I try and avoid there. So, because my mom is pretty high up in the synagogue, and it's kind of like the whole like preacher's daughter thing. Like, you gotta be the perfect little girl or whatever. And if they found out that, the cantor's daughter was a transsexual, oh my God, what the hell is going on? I don't want to create any kind of controversy. So, yeah.
All right, I think we're out of questions.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. That was awesome.
Does it say